Yes, I understand. Ooh, that's the wrong button. Damn it, I have to refresh it now. Live chat.
Happy Halloween, you little jerks.
I forgot to look to see what the baseball game was doing.
Yeah, let me know who's winning.
Atlanta 1-0.
Good.
Oh, I bumped this. That's why. There we go.
What's up, AJ? What's up?
I made him take off his princess outfit. Should have seen it. There was no bueno at all.
Glorious.
I just have no words to even express over it.
Glorious. Fabulous.
He had a freaking, I don't even know what kind of dress on.
You should know. I got it out of your closet.
If you got in my closet, you're a brave man. And you walked out without a mark on, too. What's up, Alejandro? Let me move this a little bit here. Got my sleeves all laying here, and I don't want to knock them over. There we go.
We'll see if anyone knows what band this is from.
Motley Crue.
No.
4 Non-Blondes.
Close.
Hanson.
Mbop, bitch. Mbop.
No, I'm not putting my mask on.
Yeah, he is. He's a little wet. He's scared. He's too scared.
It's upstairs, and I'll freak the dog out. I'm not doing it. Double points probably tonight to Casino Real Sport Times. I know you lived out towards Vegas, Theodore. What's up, Keelan? I'll let everybody start getting here. The early birds, Heritage Miners in the store, Tops Update Jumbo's in there, and Pokemon Chilling Rain Booster Blister Box, whatever they're called. That's all came in. Hobby has been delayed. They're not allowed to sell it and have it out till next Wednesday. Jumbo did get out early, though.
That's weird that they got Jumbos out, but no Hobby.
Don't know. Archives comes out next Wednesday, and Triple Threads. Yeah, Triple Threads comes out Friday. I don't know why I was thinking Tribute in my head. Triple Threads, you'll probably all get to see me do it live. I might do it as I come on camera. If not, unless I get really eager and want to open it early just to drown my sorrow into a bottle of bourbon or scotch. Uh-oh, dice dealer.
Oh, dice dealer, huh? Crap.
My place I played craps at was at Bellagio. What's up, Blues? Oh. Yeah, in case you guys are wanting any of that wax that came out this week. Originally, UPS truck broke down and they took it back to Louisville, and I didn't think it was coming. Next thing I know, dog heard it before me because it didn't even alert me down here.
Not yet, AJ. I didn't know if you were wanting something else.
Just go to his house and pick him up. That's what I would do. I'd just go bang on his door right now.
He's not that far. He's only 45 minutes away from my house.
And then when he opens the door, be like trick or treat.
Mm.
Tell him to give you some free packs of cards he's opening up off camera there. As you notice, he hasn't gone like hysterically crazy because he hasn't hit anything yet. Are you still on the optic?
Yeah.
Well, see, Zion, people are afraid of right now because of the fact that people are saying he's hurt all the time. He put on weight. I don't know. I haven't seen a recent picture of him. I don't like, a lot of these people just like follow him on Instagram and look at every picture and stuff. I just don't do that. What's up, Todd? Yeah, I think everybody's stuff should maybe minus like one or two people went out for priority. I think everybody should have got them by now, for me at least. Hey, I heard there's an opening for a postal carrier in the Vegas area.
All right, AJ, I can do that.
Was it the Meade office is open? Has that opening?
What's up, Jimmy?
You guys will get to see some PSA grades next week again on my behalf. Ain't nothing stellar. Everything dropped in price, so. Be stuff for my cheap showcase on the tables.
I'm getting a Zion back at the wrong time.
Oh man, Zion stuff really dropped big. The reactive oranges were like steadily between like 195, 210. Now they're like 140. And just like what's the other one you just told me? Mahomes. Yeah, everybody's dumping on Mahomes. But when you have a big contract like Mahomes and have to pay him and freaking Kelsey and Hill, and there's somebody else. I think there's like one defensive player that has some massive money.
Chris Jones, their defensive.
Whoever it is. I mean, just way too much money. They can't afford to get any other players.
Sorry, Theodore. Thought your boy Tucker's not doing his job tonight, huh? Sucks to be Kyle Tucker.
Now let's see how well if Kyler Murray can rebound now after that first loss last year. He started going downhill right about now. Oh, yeah. I mean, the Chiefs, they put too much money into it. If you look at like Brady, and I hate using Brady for the example, with most of the time that he was in New England, he was like the fifth or sixth highest paid quarterback. He never took big chunks of the money because he needed the players around him. He knew that. At the same time frame, he was making money off of endorsements, which Mahomes should be doing. Now, granted, Tom Brady is married to what's her name, who makes millions and millions of dollars too. But still, and if they start restructuring all those deals, they're going to fall into what the Steelers fell into this year. Jimmy, you won't believe it. I was allowed to order retail hockey. I about fell on my chair when they told me I was allowed to. I picked up, it's not going to be till February when Series 2 Upper Deck comes out, but I grabbed, the heck are those long boxes called?
Checkerboard Okoro.
No, not, oh man, I can't think. I picked up 3 retail boxes. I could have picked a case of blasters up, but they're the gravity feed packs. I picked up 2 boxes of those, but I think I'm just going to hold them.
That was good. That's decent. Too bad it was a LaMelo, but I did get a nice Okoro checkerboard.
I got a lot. I mean, I picked the cards to win, but secretly I was rooting for Aaron Rodgers, who had no real wide receivers besides Cobb out there, just to beat him down to see how well he handles and folds. I mean, Kyler was what? No touchdowns, 2 interception, like under 50 quarterback rating.
He had like 230 yards passing or something like that. No touchdowns, 2 picks, and a bum ankle now.
What's up, Magnus? Yeah, I haven't seen much of basketball out. Well, I haven't really been to a store in a while. I just have my groceries delivered here because I just don't even want to play with it anymore. Like the only time I will really go out is for a show. If I have something to go to UPS store, and occasionally if I miss the post office, I'll just run it down there and to get Copenhagen. That's about it. Yeah, Hero started a couple days ago. I don't know. I mean, everybody's gonna jump on bandwagons. I don't stick with the flings. Like this year's NBA rookie class, all right. If you look at it, the number 2 pick ain't doing well. Cunningham, unless he comes out explosive, really the rest of the draft class is not impressive. And I was talking before to a couple people about this. My fear was this year's NFL draft class and NBA draft class are busts. And bust to a point where you're not going to have any like major superstar possibly in it. We've seen it before years ago. And I mean, I got Jamar Chase is good and stuff like that out there, but I meant like a top quarterback, could eventually be down the road or something like that. Different angle.
Just a different angle, same room.
PSA 9 slab man. I actually went, I think it was 9 out of 10 for 10s against time. I think that's why I had 10 in there. But yeah, I just don't see a lot of that. No, I don't give out slabs. I give out full candy bars. I don't know, just because they're a freak of the minors might not transition over well. My guess is next year he'll be up. I mean, Kellenick had all kind of grounds behind him, and he didn't really do much. But I'm just wondering if this NBA draft class is a dud halfway through, what's that going to do to box prices? Hopefully drop them.
It ain't looking hot. What were we looking at? Scotty Barnes was maybe the only one that was actually doing well.
He's doing okay. It's not really that great. I mean, it's just a small sample of games, too. I don't even know if LaMelo broke 10 tonight. When I last looked, he had 6 points. That's why I said I still think Edwards was the better pick out of the draft class. Like I said originally, I think Mac Jones is the best in the class. Not saying he's going to be great. He could be down the road, but with what he's given, he's not doing bad at all.
No, he's a good game managing quarterback.
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to see more Trey Lance, but I can at least say right now, if I had to pick the best quarterback out of the class, it's going to be Mac Jones. I mean, if some of the other quarterbacks went to different teams and different scenarios, they might have done better too. Oh, Mobley on the Cavs, the center. The one guy I want to see once he gets off being injured is that it's the Warriors dude, like Kuma Vinga or Kuma Zinga or something like that. What's up, Greg? Congrats on that hit. I watched the video. I would express it. And I was surprised that was out of 50. I thought it was going to be like a little bit lower, but when I saw gold, I'm thinking Panini because I was been digging in this Panini court case thing, and I'm like, holy crap, you got a Mike Trout auto out of 10. And it was out of 50. But yeah, I would definitely express it because it looked pretty well centered. And they're saying express from the time you mail it to get it back is about 2 at the very, very most, maybe 3 weeks. But once they get it, most guys have been saying they've been getting their going through the whole process in about a week. Heck yeah, Greg got the hot hands right now with the Ben Baller stuff, man.
Oh, we got a Ben Baller auto? Trout?
Yeah.
Ooh. Dude, nice.
I'm still in on Herbert. And here's the thing. I got that iMac PSA 10. If somebody paid me $11,000 for it, I would take it. But just for the fact that I can look at like 10 other players or 10 other cards that are around $1,000 a piece to invest into and go with that. I think Herbert, if he makes playoffs, he'll hit his high. Okay. And then what will end up happening? You won't see another high until he makes a deep run into the playoffs or he starts doing some records, MVP stuff like that. That's my thoughts on Herbert. I picked him last year out of the bunch. Yeah, I would definitely send it out express. I mean, if it comes back at 9 grade, you always have that other route to send to PSA to try to get it 9.5. But I mean, as long as the surface looks good on it, I mean, the centering looked pretty decent from what I saw. I mean, it might have been the angle I was looking at too. Big show in Vegas, huh? March. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to think about it. They can't afford to get players in because they paid Mahomes all that money, Kelsey all that money, Hill all that money, whatever that defense Jones dude or whatever his name is. And I think there's one dude in the offensive line that makes a good chunk too. But after that, you got to still fill up like 50 more spots with what little cap room they have. If I'm right, I think Mahomes takes up something like 30 or 35% of their pay. Think Dimple? See, that's going to be hard, Greg, because until they get enough data to know if that dimple is in every card, they'll 9 it. I mean, if they could look, you got to think they're only going to look at your card for a maximum like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. And that's 30 seconds front, 30 seconds back. If you have to look at it real hard at a weird angle to see it, I probably would let it try to slide it. But if you could see that dimple pretty noticeably, maybe Beckett would be your better option. I mean, I think those are taking 3 weeks. I know they're 250, but at least if you can get a 9.5 on it, it'd be a little bit better. Oh, I've been slowly selling all my Herberts across the board. I mean, now there is one out there that if I do sell this big one, I'll pick up another side Herbert. But the rest of this stuff I'm looking at getting into be a lot different. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you could see it pretty well, go back and just spend the extra 100 and get the subgrades. I think everybody knows about everything going on with eBay. I mean, if starting the first year, you sell over $600 in a platform, they got a 1099 you, and you got to pay taxes on it. And that's outside of the taxes that they're already collecting off of the sales tax. And if you notice, eBay's actually, when they're taking their percentage off your total, that sales tax is in there, and they're taking a chunk of that too. That's why I don't really mess with eBay on my own anymore. All my stuff goes to DC Sports Cards. I've just been sitting around too long. Plus, I don't have to have the hassle of shipping it out, worrying if it gets there or whatever it may be. No, I believe it's 600 Magnus. Yeah, they're slowly coming out Blues coins. Like I just noticed Mountcastle's Topps Chromes were coming out. Because I saw a couple of the sticker on like the Gold Wave and stuff. I'm waiting on my orange to get fulfilled. Oh, Theodore, there's a lot of talk about that, and a lot of people are taking these high-end cards and making them into. I don't want to use the word NFT because it's just a bad word, but they're doing it in a way. If you ever heard of block packs, so basically they do it. It's like a big, huge Raz. It's legal in all the states. He has all licenses. So I'll just use like they had a Giannis. I think it was second year gold Prism. One person wins it out of 2,000 and whatever it was, 64, little spots. Well, the card remains digital, but at the end, you get a token that you own the card. You have the option of keeping it digital and they keep it locked up, or you have the option of getting the card itself. I see a lot of that going down. And I've also seen a lot of people picking up stuff because they're making it into NFTs to where you own a percentage of the card. And I think it's something like 60% or higher. If they vote to sell it, then you get the money for it and all that. Yeah, they're coming out at different times. I think the hobby comes out beginning of December, Magnus, and then the light comes out end of December, but I am. They're out of the boxes right now. The white boxes and black boxes are out with Panini. You'll have to wait till around national time when they do those things again. I'm probably going to keep my hobbies of that, but I'll probably sell the lights. I have to look at it again. Or I might just keep half the stuff and I'll put the other half and sell it. But a lot of people are wanting that stuff now, that platinum anniversary thing. Big set. It's like 800 card set.
I want a Stadium Club Chrome from you.
I don't even know when it comes out, to be honest.
I like those.
I think I only have one box of it, too.
Wow. Well, there is that.
Yeah, I could see it eventually to where they are going to come out and start hitting people with all those cash purchases. But a lot of the ones that are doing the YouTube stuff, I know do claim it. A couple of them I know because of being in the old break rooms like 6-7 years ago. A lot of those guys there that you see doing the cash stuff, yeah, they actually do all that stuff on their stuff, yeah, on their end. Like me, I document everything. It looks good. I mean, I don't know. It probably will spike up. Make sure I get everybody's comment coming down. So something I'll have a video out tomorrow on this. They'll probably come out towards the evening time though, because I'm going to be live at 3 to do the drawing or the random for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. So just key points of this is everybody knows about redemptions. So two dudes had a bunch of old redemptions. Panini was giving them either like junk form or weren't going to fulfill them. So they took them to court. This court case been going on for a while. And I'll read this one part to you. Let me get on my other screen here. But this is going to be in the video mostly tomorrow. Okay. Panini filed a motion for summary judgment in the attempt to further whittle down the redemption. I don't even know what this word is. Putative class action. I don't know what that means. I haven't been in law stuff in like 10 years. So in its motion, Panini alleges that redemptions are not contracts. For the lack of privity argument, Panini argues that because the redemptions were bought from other companies other than Panini, there's no contract between the redemption holder and Panini. So basically what they're saying is one dude bought his box from Nick Sports Cards, and because he bought it from them, there's no contract that they have to fulfill it, even though on the back of the redemption it says something completely different. Then there's an argument also now going to be played. Okay, well, you put a redemption in the box to where you told me there's 8 cards in the box. There's only 7. And then you also told me I was going to be guaranteed 1 auto. I have no auto. Where's it at? So I'm going to get into that more tomorrow, but onto a longer video. But just a heads up onto that stuff. It's not looking good for Panini. That's why I've never jumped into breaks right off the bat, the big stuff, because of redemptions. I will not buy them teams. Because the odds of you getting that fulfilled could be waiting years. I mean, Topps is just as bad. But yeah, that court case is crazy right now. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. I've been keeping track of it for a while. But the other guy that's on the, I don't know what you want to call it, the plaintiff or whatever, he got his redemptions out of a break, and they're saying, nope, you didn't buy it directly from Panini. We have no contract that we owe it to you. So they're saying that breaker now owes you that autograph. And I'm like, wow. Just be aware, we're starting to get down in time. I mean, I know Panini still has a little bit more licensing left before Fanatics takes over, but this is the stuff that you might be expecting to see in the future with redemptions. that they're going to play it off. Now, granted, they could get hit all kind of other ways onto it as well, but they're basically saying once that box leaves their hands to the first person, that's the contract. If after that first person gets it, whether it's a distribution center, you buy it from Panini online or whatever, once it leaves, gone, no more. Which I think is crazy. And if enough people get smart onto it and they're holding them redemptions for a while, oh boy, I can just see eBay returns coming in play. Yeah, they are reaching big time onto it. It's just really sad because, you know, I know these guys, I supposedly it's some big stuff. Now I understand, I think a couple of them were like Kobe auto redemptions, which granted, you're probably not going to get because they're not going to use the few stickers they got at Kobe's auto onto it. But if you read the back of the card, after depending on what year your redemption is, if they cannot produce a the autographed after X amount of time, you already get market value and trade onto it. And what they were doing for a while there was if you request a sub without talking to somebody, they were giving you Panini points. Should be, but Panini's pushing all that stuff off now. They don't want to be have anything to do with it. And I think this comes down to them knowing that they're going to be out of business. And if they can't produce these autographs, what are they going to do? I don't know if Topps will follow suit with being what they're doing, but crazy. The other thing, if you guys haven't noticed, Upper Deck is coming out with a new box. It's called Skybox Premium. Supposed to be Jordan autos, LeBron autos, Tiger Woods autos, all exclusive to Upper Deck. Right now, well, they were 2 weeks ago, $800 a box on David Adams. They're supposed to, I forget what all was in it, but when I was reading, I was like, wow, this is going to be some power pack stuff possibly. And I can see them boxes just going way up in price. Because I picked up a few boxes already for pre-order, but man, they were expensive. Even with my premier level discount, wasn't much off. I think I got like $10 or $15, maybe $20 off for the freaking box. I haven't even looked at update this year. Who's the rookies in update this year?
I haven't even looked at the checklist.
I probably won't, Greg, offhand. Topps Chrome was just really bad this year with the rookie class too. I hate to put the money into it and it just be a big bust. Upper Deck Skybox Premium. David Adams has them. They were $800 a box. I don't know what they are now because I was telling people you might want to grab these now before they go up. But you get one autograph per box, and then there's some kind of subset cards in there too. Oh, there it is. Kellenic, India, Badu, and Vaughn. Okay. Yeah, I haven't even looked at it. I got a jumbo box sitting here, and I'm just not even feeling the itch to open it. Oh, here's the other part of that lawsuit. I was trying to read here and find it. Panini also appears to argue that when the plaintiffs submitted their redemptions, they did not pay any extra money. And so there's no contract. In Panini's own words, but the mere submission of a redemption request does not form a binding contract. So basically, you have to pay extra money for redeeming your redemption, in other words. That's some stupid stuff. I knew there was something else about it. I had to dig in there and find it real quick. Yeah, I don't have that Montgomery Club. If I did, I might have bought it at that price, but I don't know. I'm not feeling Topps Chrome Sapphire this year. I'm really waiting for Dynasty to come out mostly, which I heard is now beginning of December. I don't know if there's much more I'm really waiting on. Maybe Bowman Draft a little bit, but then again, you're prospecting and holding it for 3 to 5 years. I pulled that Bowman, what's his name? Pomares gold auto out of 50. I got to get that graded. I didn't realize one sold for over 800 raw.
Who?
His name's like Yarrow Pomares.
Huh.
Never heard of him, but he sells good. Oh, Magnus, they're coming out at 550, 650, or no, 600 to 650 a box for Dynasty. It's going to be absolutely insane for Dynasty. And then mostly when I get into stuff, it's like Definitive, Dynasty, Diamond Icons, Luminaries. Those are the ones I really shoot for the most out of them all. I do like Topps Chrome Black. That's another one. But most of the other stuff, I mean, it's fun to open, but it just doesn't give me the excitement. And now with Panini, with their rules on redemptions, I'm really hesitant on getting in anything of theirs. I think I'm almost positive. I'm almost ready to start just buying old Upper Deck product. But the thing that sucks with old Upper Deck product is like there was a lot of Jordan and LeBron stuff that were redemptions. And I know Upper Deck does some kind of lottery thing where they tier it by whatever your expired redemption is, and they put you in, you might be able to get something for it. And for everybody pop in and out in the store, I did put Heritage Minor, the Topps Update Jumbo, and Pokemoners. There'll be all kind of weird Pokemon stuff coming in because they're redoing some of the waves, something Vivid Voltage and a Blaze or something. So I got more boosters of that stuff. That was like last year's product coming in. Yeah, they're high. They're very high. I mean, when you start looking at a lot of the product out there, and then when you try to stick this stuff, it's hobby only, it's just even more expensive. Like, I was a fan of Panini 1 when it first came out, but now the prices of it, it makes no sense. I was looking at boxes of Opulence basketball last year. They're 4,800. No, about 4,800 after tax and all that, a box. 2 boxes in a case, so 9,600. And even if you pulled a Moran or a Zion auto out of it, you're probably getting a third of your money back. So you got to hit something big. You got to hit one of them finals booklets or I can't think of the other thing in there. I don't remember if they did Logo Man or not in Opulence. Yeah, product's just going to be costly till the time Fanatics takes over and they go direct to consumer. And then we'll start seeing just how much of a price difference it is, because I'll know what I was paying through a distributor. If I have to, like I told my distributor, if I just become strictly Pokemon, WWE, and soccer, I got no problem with it. And you guys know soccer next year, you got the big, was it the World Cup or whatever they call it for soccer? That stuff's going to be explosive. As soon as some dude scores a goal, prices are going to way up. So I've been grading soccer and holding it till then. Probably my biggest thing recently has been that Mountcastle Orange out of 25. Because I redeemed that. Hit a Chisholm Gold Wave out of Topps Chrome Auto. Pretty much it. I haven't really gotten in any breaks and haven't really opened a whole lot up. The price point on some of this stuff is just insane. And even to get like the pre-order pricing, you got to spend... I would say if I spend 15 to 20,000 a month, I'd probably score a couple boxes of Prism on pre-order and just doesn't pay. Unless I would luck out and hit something big. Oh, World Cup starts in November.
Well, I get.
Huh?
I'm saying this only thing I got the Morant, the Mellow Hyper Pink and the Mellow Fast Break. Those are the biggest ones I've gotten lately.
I've been buying more of my stuff than anything. Jeter autos, stuff like that. I got a few things I'm watching, but it's going to be like long-term holds of like 3 to 5 years on them. Because it's going to be people that are going to set a record, and you better buy it now, because as they start creeping up more to that milestone and they start talking about it, the more them prices are going to go up. And it's stuff's relatively, unless you go after the high-end product, pretty easy to, cheap to get a rookie auto out of stuff. I don't think I've really opened up a 5-star box, opened up some Pokemon stuff, but that's about it recently. I was in a break yesterday at the Orioles, and I got like jack squat. Probably first break I've been in probably a couple weeks, maybe even close to a month. I've been mostly holding off just till Dynasty comes out. And maybe some stuff starts coming out NFL uniform wise, more the higher hobby only for football, and I'll start buying some Patriots stuff. Because you're always going to have a long shot hitting a Brady auto. But then again, Mac Jones, they're going to be still high on like Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, and stuff like that, to where Mac Jones stuff will still be a lot cheaper in certain ways and more plentiful in a way too. So many people think Kyler Murray is going to start falling. This is what happened last season. Right about now, you start going downhill.
I think he hit the wall now. I think he hit the wall.
It's only one game, but
one game can do a lot for your head of thinking about stuff.
I don't know. I haven't heard much on Zion Magnus. If he's going to be injury prone, his prices have really, really dropped big time. I can tell you that. It could be pickup time, but a lot of people are in big on him right now, and they are way over their head. In some ways, I'm glad I moved everything, but like maybe 1, 2. Well, besides what it said PSA, I think I got 2, maybe 3 Zions left. That's it. I've always been that person with all these newer players coming in that gets very scared health wise for them. And I'd rather get somebody that's situated. Now, if I went out there and I had like 10 or 15 autos of one dude, would I hold one or two? Yeah, if I made my money. Nice. Yeah, I hit
There you go. That's a good one.
Lisa Leslie and somebody else. I don't know. I sent him off to DC and he sold all my stuff in there. Let me pull this off my other screen. All right, let me see where I'm at here. Ugh, I don't know. I don't watch enough of all the games to really speculate because I haven't seen him really play much. Normally, when I'm watching hockey, it's going to be Pittsburgh games. What is his new deal? Now you got me curious. Oh, here it is. 8 years, 76 million.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's a nice commitment.
Yeah, but I mean, the dude's not like a pure scorer out there. I don't think, if I'm correct, I don't watch enough games, but I don't think he's ever scored more than what I'm going to be going to limb 15 goals in the season. Has he ever even broke 10? I don't know if I would pay that. Oh, thanks, Granddad. Hope everything's going good out your way. I don't think it's going to bottom out. Now, this is my philosophy behind it. All your base stuff that's overproduced, yes, it's going to bottom out unless you hurry up and get it and sell it quick. The pop reports are not going to lie. I don't care if we have 300,000 collectors out there. It don't make sense at all. It really doesn't. The scarcity of the cards, even when I go to these small shows, they're everywhere. Everywhere. All these retail, different colors of the unicorn and all that. I think a lot of that stuff is going to bottom out. What I think is going to probably withstand a lot of it is going to be your numbered cards, like 99 or less, and your autographs, depending on how overproduced they start doing autographs. I think with the way, because here's my thing. I just got a PSA order pop today. Now, if it would have popped 6 months ago, I'd have made a lot of money. Right now, most of the cards, what did I tell you, like 20, 30, 40 bucks? I think there was one $80 one in the, now this is the old $15 a card too. But I think one was around 50 or 60 in there. But overall, they're going to go my cheap display for people that just want to buy it. But I think once they do catch up on grading, I think a lot of people are not going to be blasting a lot of the base out there anymore. Patrick Williams for the Bulls is out. Oh, I've been real particular. Now, I will buy base stuff that's older and graded a 10, but I look at the pop reports and I don't just look at that company. I'll look at PSA, BGS. I even will look at SGC to get an idea. And like, I don't know, like if it was like, say, a Topps Chrome LeBron rookie PSA 10, I would probably think heavy on to it. I think right now those are priced still a little bit too high. from where they were at. I think LeBron's time is pretty much over, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of LeBron fans out there, but when you start really thinking health wise for him every year, I don't know how much longer he's going to be playing. No, that's been more recent because there's more traffic moving in the mail. So as you produce more mail, you're going to have things lost. Um, One thing I do, I always put tracking on. And I try to make sure there's some type of receipt showing what the item was onto it. Now I do have computer generated receipts. If something would happen like that with somebody, and say they just sent me flat out goods and services, I'll make you a receipt up. We'll definitely get it if you want it insured. A lot of times I just insure the stuff on my own too. I'll pay the couple bucks. But yeah, it's been pretty bad. You've had postal workers getting busted. That one just got busted by the My Slabs owner out in Vegas. I mean, you even have a part with PSA to where they're having issues with FedEx employees and packages being opened up. Now they're pinpointing it somewhere after the hub. So from the hub to where it gets delivered to you, one of those people in there are doing it. So their survey came out asking, would you be willing to drive to the hub to pick this up? No, and I wouldn't use FedEx. Now, the one thing I will say with PSA, they've now gone to an all brown box. And I think I got one here still. Here it is. So this is what they've gone to. Nowhere on to say PSA, StockX, thankfully. And the address up here does say Newport Beach. It has a different P.O. box. And it says CU onto it. And then I can't read what it says, Rumalanes or something. It no longer says like PSA or Collectors Universe. They've abbreviated to try to help it out. Now, granted, somebody can still see this, but PSA's really like taped these suckers up for post office wise. I mean, literally trying to get into this, I have to like dig my finger in and find where the cut piece is at, so I don't hit the cases itself. I agree, Grunt Dad, completely. I have like another 10 to 15 I'm on there that I'm going to pop on next month stuff. Probably come out somewhere middle to the end of next week. Because normally anything it grades on Sunday, it'll probably really take till about Wednesday for it to populate until I do all the math out. But I agree. I think a lot of that stuff's going to really shoot down in price. And that's why I was doing the PSA 10 pop count, trying to give people the idea. I don't want to tell people to go sell, but if you're in stuff heavy, you might want to sell it and start looking for something it's a little bit different, even vintage. Oh, I said all mine. Well, there's a few things I kept that are, not 10s, but there's a reason behind why they're 9s or lower. Either one, they're vintage or it's a low serial numbered card. But all my other stuff, I shipped off to DC Sports. 9s across the board. SGC stuff, I'll send to him. Yeah, I'll tell you, Todd, dirty post office guys out there.
Here's a question for you.
Huh?
Here's a question for you. So while I'm looking at the cards that I'm getting back, that Bradley 10 out of 25, that orange wave. Okay.
All right.
A blue one sold, PSA 10 out of 150 sold for 52. What would be the scale?
Let me see if I can find the old picture I have on here. As far as HGA, I'll answer that while I'm sitting here looking through this stuff. Oh, by the way, there's a dude called Central Valley Cards on Instagram. I meant to send you his picture. Called CVC too.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Okay.
That's why I'm changing my name. Sorry guys, I got to change my name. There's a couple guys around here who have the same name as me. Someone has CV cards, sports cards. I'm gonna have to change my name to something else. So I'm gonna be brainstorming. Unless you guys got something.
What do you
that'll
have? An
work.
orange wave?
Yeah, the orange wave is at 25 and at PSA 10.
Well, we didn't do orange waves back in the day for some reason. So if it's about 3% difference between a gold wave and gold, I'm going to say the multiplier is probably about 16 times the base. I don't know if I can't really get that to show on camera. Nope.
Oh, 16 times the base. Yeah. Trying to give it a base.
I can't get it up. Yeah, because this here was done like 2 or 3 years ago, where we were coming up with a percentage point, like say from a base auto to a refractor is 1.55, purple was 2.31, blue wave 3.12, blue 4.39, green was 4.43. But I mean, just roughly something like that there. But I mean, this was 2 years old too. I would probably start looking and, what did you say the blue did?
The blue out of 150 sold for 52.08 at PSA 10. Then there was
just a regular blue.
Yeah, the blue refractor.
Okay, well, here's the thing: if you can find the base, multiply 4.39 by it. If that comes out being what the blue sold for, then my numbers are still about right.
4.3, you said? Because the base is only $5.
How much is the base?
$5.
So that'd be about $25. How much did the blue sell for?
$22.
Oh, so it's about right then.
Well, no. Well, okay. The base. See, a PSA 9 sold for 20. The PSA 10 sold for 52, and that's the blue. The one I have is the orange at a 25, but the red sold for 115 raw, and that's at a 5.
I don't know. You gotta do some research.
If you said the base by 16, with it being the orange, it's about $80.
That might be about right still then.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, those were old numbers we crunched like 2 years ago. We stopped really looking at it, but that's what we came up with. HGA. I am not a fan of HGA. They need to have a lot more statistics before I would invest in them. And that's the same with almost any new grading company. I've been around for a while to where I've seen these grading companies come and go and people put all this money in. And, just like any grading company, they'll all talk bad about each other and stuff like that, and all of their points of why they're the greatest thing since, sliced cheese or, spreadable butter, whatever out there. But in the long term, the numbers is what's going to count. Oh, John, you're part of that too? Holy cow, I'm just catching up. You're part of that lawsuit. Yeah, see, I've been doing a lot of reading and watching onto it. That's really interesting, though, with those redemptions and how they're coming off onto it. I don't think all vintage is, Magnus. I think there's key things out there to look at. I mean, when you start looking, a lot of the vintage hasn't been selling. Now, you have to remember a lot of the vintage bumped up in price because dudes were building NFTs out of them. So the vintage is starting to go down a little bit in some areas and settle to where it needs to be. But honestly, if you've looked from like we'll go 90 forward, vintage has always increased over the years slowly. So that's why I say you can never go wrong with vintage. How are the content creators doing pushing BS marginal prospects like Daniel? Yeah, man, they all push every player out there. That's why I never really talk about who I'm buying. I mean, if I find something really cool, I like to show it. I ain't going to lie. But I mostly keep a lot of my stuff to myself or on the phone because if you go out there and start pushing stuff, the first mentality I have is how much do you have invested in that guy? That's always my first mentality onto it. I don't know if he'll join Instagram or not. Joey doesn't like social media. He likes to live in his garage and play Fortnite. Wait, no, not Fortnite. What is it? Call of Duty.
Yeah, I play Call of Duty, not
I
Fortnite.
can't remember who plays what. I did not watch the Nat Turner interview yesterday. I might have to watch it. I didn't know he did one. Oh yeah, there's a lot of that going on, Theodore. That's why I said I don't buy into the hype. I do my own research. Unless I know somebody very well and they're like, hey man, you might want to look at this dude and I'll start looking into it. But otherwise, I don't really go into it. The redemption thing is this is I'm gonna do a video on it tomorrow, but Panini is saying that if you get a redemption and you did not buy that box directly from Panini, then they are not contracted to give you the auto at the same time frame. There's a part in there talking about that we're not paying them to get the redemption. It's insane. Insane. Pops back in the 70s had airbrushed logos. No, and if you start looking at a lot of the guys like we watched as kids, they're actually getting old when you start seeing some of their pictures. I mean, I just seen John Elway and Montana. I'm like, dang, they got old. Like, where did time go? Yeah, I mean that redemption stuff is crazy, John. I literally, ever since redemptions have come out, if a team has a star player on it's a redemption and I don't see that it's live already, I will not get the team. I refuse to. I'm not waiting years on end. Now, if I luck out and I buy boxes of something, I get a redemption, I'll probably throw it out there to see if it ever does come back. But, luckily, all my redemptions, minus like three that are in tops, have been redeemed. I bet you he does play max coins on Cash Man. Although I have heard he likes the Wizard of Oz the best. Some of them players like Nolan Ryan are getting old, Magnus. I mean, once they hit certain plateaus, I mean, the only thing you got left is death for it to go up, except for over time with the actual, slow part of it going up. Okay, I'll take a look at it tomorrow, John, before I start doing a video, because I got a lot of notes onto it that I've taken down, and it's just insane. Oh, where'd I go? Oh, there it is. I think Pache is a bum. The Braves traded for outfielders, never called him up. Oh, Atlanta's still up, huh? 1-0. Oh, wow, from a blaster, too. I think it should. But then, like I said, with the Panini part of it all, they say there's supposed to be X amount of cards in the box. I didn't get X amount of cards. You gave me redemption. Where's my other card? And by the way, it's supposed to be an auto, but you know what they'll end up doing? They'll send you an auto of like Greg Oden or something. Yeah, Marino's old too. Yeah, a lot of times they just they don't make new cards. They just reinvent old stuff and they'll make a few changes to it. It's not much to it. Eyes are burning from looking at computer screens all day. Yeah, most of that though, Magnus, like I said, was because of all the big push. The good thing is that stuff's already scarce when you start looking at the overall grades on the numbers and pop reports. So it'll still do well. I have no idea, Troy. Maybe he's in a coloring book. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm writing an essay at my trade school. No, I'm looking up cards.
Huh. I don't remember that in the 90s. Oh, I have no idea. The only thing I've left of him is out of 50 Bowman's best PSA 10 auto. He's pushing tickets. I never watched Jeff Wilson. That dude to me, when I look at him, I picture a clown. And I'm not talking about the It clown. I'm talking like Bozo the clown from back in the day. I can't, I just don't get him. I mean, his whole thing's about money, 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 money. I mean, he has a whole team of people just to make his video for him. Yeah, and you know what? The funny thing with that, Henry, is when I said Greg Oden, my next thing was like, man, I hope Zion's not the next Greg Oden.
Oh God, hope not.
Oh, Lakers are old. I mean, when I originally saw their team, I said Westbrook's been playing with himself all year. Westbrook has a pretty good track record playing, a good chunk of games through the years and stuff. But I mean, look at like Davis and LeBron. Y'all seen Carmelo with the air ball the other night? Boy, that thing was everywhere. I think that was like the meme of the day, maybe even a week. Jeff Wilson, I spent 125,000 on cards. When am I going to do it? The day I go to Vegas or I hit the lottery, I'll do it. Now I could honestly probably open $125,000 in what product I have, but it would be just pointless of doing it because I'd probably cry at the end. Especially like the Topps Chrome LeBron box. If I didn't pull a LeBron James rookie, I probably would really, really cry. The exquisite case that I have, if I didn't pull a Jordan or a LeBron auto out of that, I'd probably cry because I just lost a lot of money. Well, I say a lot of people are high on Morant right now. I still haven't seen Morant play a full season yet to even determine if he's going to be good. I just won't pay those kind of numbers. I'd rather go out and buy a Charles Barkley auto.
Yeah.
Oh, Magnus, I would cry. I probably would have like 2/5 of like or some type of bourbon here. And every time I opened up one of them boxes that are selling for a couple $1,000s a piece, I'd probably cry. Because I have 18-19 Prism basketball boxes I never opened with Luca rookie year. I have hobby too. I got a lot of stuff from that year because I just had too many Lucas and I just stopped opening them. I got older hockey boxes and stuff. And I mean, just imagine if I open up the first year of the cup and I don't pull a Crosby or Ovechkin auto, I would just be bashing my head. Although then again, I could just run the whole thing and have great luck and pull all kind of crazy stuff too. I mean, if we're still doing this channel when I hit like the age of 55, I'd probably do it. Wow, that'd be kind of crazy. Still on YouTube for like another 10 years. And not be the dude that has raccoons come on his porch and feeding them. Golden Corral. Magnus, I do. I think he will. If I was you, I'd try to pick up a little odd and end here or there of them, either autos or rookies. Until age 50. Okay, we'll do it 56. Yeah, maybe 56. Because my whole idea is that if I do open those one day and I just don't sell them, that I want to be able to hurry up and flip whatever's in them and sell them. That if I have to grade them, probably have to spend like $10,000 a card to grade. I can just imagine it. No, because they don't have to honor the redemptions after 2 years. And that's the big piece that I don't agree with, is that these boxes float around for multiple years and decades, that you should still have to honor those redemptions no matter. There should not be an expiration on them. I think that's the biggest load of crap out there. Well, I think everybody out there, DJ's pulling for Ovechkin. Every hockey player. Even Crosby's pulling for him. Dang, they had no hitter going. Was it like the 8th inning now?
Well, everybody likes Ovechkin.
Not really. I'm just saying they might not like him, but they're rooting for him to break it. Huh, 8th inning. Yeah, I guess there was a no hitter going on. Yeah, I don't have the game on to watch.
Well, out of that order I was looking at, one card almost paid for the whole order, which is good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they should have expirations on them redemptions. You should have to honor them no matter what. And who knows? You know, the federal law might come in and step in on that eventually. Be like, no, you can't do that stuff. Boy, that would really put a big pivot in a lot of things, especially with Upper Deck. Because, like I said, I know a lot of LeBron stuff towards the end was redemption and Jordan's. But see, I'm thinking though, Upper Deck, that if you would go to where like the National and they're set up and like, man, I just pulled this here, haven't scratched it, show it to them. I bet you 10-1 they would hook you up with a Jordan or LeBron auto because they would not want that going across social media. Dear goodness. Water Buffalo. I mean, she is chugging water like there's no water left. Oh, here comes Drip Face. Yep. Right around. And dripped on my leg. Good dog. Yeah, I've been slowly picking up Ovechkin the last probably about 4 months. I've sold a couple just because I bought them at $50 and they were 300, and I used that money there to buy the rookie cards I wanted graded. I do. Yeah, I got a Pug Magnus.
Oh,
All right, we get another one.
He didn't see the stream when you put the pug up on the screen. Her bug no eyes. She got all freaked out.
I don't know where she's laying at.
Saw herself. Oh, you can do it again? This is great.
Come here.
He gets all freaked out when she sees
I gotta move stuff to get her up. Come here. No, don't run.
Hey, Troy, I'm in the Halloween spirit.
Well, it's just because of the way I picked her up.
Look at Pugglesworth.
Okay, get down.
Going at it. Look at that.
I gotta use a lip brush on me.
Good old Pugglesworth.
I just got her bathed and she's shedding. I know. I'm sorry, buddy. All right, lay down. Here, Cookie.
Her eyes wasn't as bug-eyed as last time. She looked like she was about to.
Well, when I pick her straight up like this, she don't like it. Thanks, Theodore.
You know what? I don't see Deshaun Watson playing. I don't. There's too much fire around him. There's no way that anybody. You know how bad it'll be if he actually plays? God.
Watson, man. You know, that's a hard one there.
Put it this way.
What happens, though, if he's been telling the truth the whole time and he did nothing? It's been a big scandal. And, you know, he can't. What are these women going to be able to do for him? He can't sue him for really anything. He's still getting paid, but I don't know.
He's still getting paid. He's not even on the commissioner's exempt list, which is weird, which he should be. I mean, look what happened to Ray Rice. Yeah, we had video of it, but I mean,
well, that's the thing is that there's been no real solid proof.
You got 22 counts, and it's still an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because all of a sudden, one or two are like, "Ooh, I got an idea. Let's do this." Hey, let's jump on the bandwagon. It's just like buying baseball cards. Let's jump on the bandwagon and see if we can get it. Oh, well, you know what? I was a waitress this one day when he came in the restaurant and he brushed against my buttocks.
Oh, Theodore, I've got my purge mask for tomorrow. That's in the other room. That's a good mask, the other one. This one's better, though.
You know what, though, John? I sat there and thought about what you just said. It's been something I've been thinking about for a while. I think the fame and the money get to them to where they think they're invincible and they can get away with anything. I sit there and think about some of the people I've known who've gotten money and how it changed them. And I sit there and think about people I've met with millions of dollars and that I would have never guessed they were who they were. So I think a lot of it comes to their upbringing and how they handle it all, their maturity level. But a lot of them, they don't come from money. They all of a sudden they get it and the fame and the popularity, and they think they can get away with anything.
He won't end up on the Eagles. It'll be the Dolphins. Dolphins are not sold on Tua. They rather have Deshaun Watson. But they're asking like 3 number ones for him. 3.
Watson won't go to Pittsburgh. We had Mike Vick. That was enough. And I mean, the sad part was the people in Pittsburgh love Vick. Don't know why. I mean, he was the dog dude, pit bull guy, but he had some support out there. But this is a different case. I mean, even Ben during his time with his two little cases out there, he took the man. He took a beating in Pittsburgh too. If it
Oh yeah.
wasn't for Rooney believing in him and everything, he'd have been gone. Grunt Dad. I know people think they're celebrities because they got 1,000 subs. Look at me. I go places. They know my name. Look, I got a shirt with my name on. You know, somebody asked me about making my own merch up. I'm like, well, I kind of have it, but it's for me for when I go to shows and stuff and back in the day.
Yours is for your show.
Huh?
Yours is for your shows. You wear your shirts or your hoodies for your shows.
There were times.
Or your hat. I think you have a hat, right?
I have hats. I have T-shirts, sweatshirts, and stuff. But the thing is, a long time ago, I did give it away to some people. And this is probably like 3-4 years ago because I had to order like, I think it was 10 just to get an order in on to this stuff. And a couple people were like, oh, man, I'll pay you for it. I'm like, I'll just send it with your order out. But what I got left, I mean, I don't have anything that hasn't been worn. So, but.
Oh, I don't want no computer worn hat, shirt, sweatshirt. No, I'm good.
I can't remember if all my hats are worn or not. I don't know. I'd have to find them. They're in a box somewhere. I mean, the most I ever did was had stickers, but the stickers were used for the one touches. Oh yeah, Big Ben needs to retire. He just looks bad, very, very bad out there. I think the only reason he even tried to play this year was do that contract and trying to push the money around a little bit more, which is still going to come in and bite him in the butt.
Well, you guys can go after Gardner Minshew.
They'll draft.
The Eagles got rid of Joe Flacco to the Jets.
They'll draft somebody. What they'll do is they'll let Mason Rudolph have a full year and be a 1-16 team, then draft. That's what they'll do. If you go back through the history, minus Tommy Maddox, they've always done their own stuff. Tommy Maddox just came over from the XFL. I mean,
Tommy Maddox. He wasn't bad.
I mean, look, Cordell Stewart was in there. He was slotted as a wide receiver / quarterback. I don't think Haskins would be able to keep up with them there, to be honest. I thought about it too with the whole point onto it. I was really hoping they would have paid like a 4th or 5th round draft pick and took Darnold and let him have a year behind Ben and then just see what happens. He either goes out there and sucks and get rid of him, or, you get a better draft pick. Greg, I know a lot of people keep asking me about that. I'm thinking about next year, maybe doing a break a month or something. I just have to find product that's going to make sense in doing it.
Well, getting enough product is the problem too.
I can get product. I mean,
something that's pretty affordable anymore. It's just stupid.
Well, the thing is, if I get 4 boxes of something, I could add it to make a full case, but it's still going to be not as pricey as everybody else. I still have a little bit of wiggle room with the first 4 boxes, but not much. I was like, what the heck is she doing? I forgot I gave her a dang cookie. Oh, yeah, Dobbs and Rudolph. I don't. Well, Dobbs
says a lot, Theodore.
Rudolph.
That says a lot, Theodore.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with picking the chewing gum up on the bottom to see if it still has flavor in it.
That's how you build your immune system, children.
I might be able to one day, Bradley. A lot of my stuff is about a 40-minute drive, and safety deposit boxes I'd have to pull. That's why a lot of times if I pick up something from my PC, I'll show it like one of the beginning of the videos, but I'll see about it. Maybe because I do have to. Oh, I hate to pull it all, then have to take it all back up. It'd have to be the same day because I don't want to keep it all here in the house for one day.
You have to drive.
Huh?
You have to drive your safety deposit boxes.
Yeah, but then I'd have to take it back up the same day because I'd feel uncomfortable holding it here overnight.
Yeah.
But I have to do an inventory each year of it and submit it to my insurance. Because even though it's FDIC insured, I still carry the extra on it.
Oh, Kaepernick won't come back. No way.
They have a better luck of Aaron Rodgers coming to play for him in 1 year.
Yeah, nobody wants to touch Kaepernick. Nobody. I wouldn't. Where did Villanueva go?
Baltimore.
Yeah, he ain't gonna touch Baltimore. Villanueva will tell him to kick rocks. During the whole kneeling thing, he was the only one that walked out there when everybody kneeled. Remember that? Villanueva, he won't mess around with that.
And the funny part was Ben was supposed to go out with him, and he got pulled off the side. Yeah, he took some heat for that. I applauded him for doing it.
Oh, yeah.
The whole team should have went out with him.
Well, Villanueva, isn't he a retired?
He's Army, former Ranger.
Yeah. I mean,
2-0 Braves. So is it 9th now?
Nice. Travis Darno homer. Nice.
I mean, there's some reclamation projects Pittsburgh could take for 1 year to try, and if they bottom out, you just draft somebody.
Honestly, you know who I think would work good for you guys if you're able to prime away? Jared Goff.
No.
Why?
He is not a good quarterback. Never has, never was.
Never the Mason Rudolph.
I don't care. Honestly, whenever the whole Stafford thing came up, I was praying he would come to Pittsburgh. Because Detroit could have handled a dead cap of Ben Roethlisberger.
I don't know.
Bottom 8th, okay.
Quarterbacks are free agents next year.
Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think. I already told you what's happening with that.
You say Aaron Rodgers, but you know what? Aaron you never know.
Niners, be ready. Aaron Rodgers is coming your way.
You never know.
Yeah, I say that. Reason why I say that, they have they're going to kick Garoppolo to the curb. He gone.
I'd take Jimmy G in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, honestly, you probably will get him if he's a free agent. You guys probably could go after him.
1 year contract, make it or break it.
Jordan Love will get the keys to Green Bay. But what's going to suck about that is Devontae Adams is a free agent too, and he is going to go to the Raiders. I can already see that happening. He wants to play with Derek Carr, his former college quarterback. So,
word on the street is that Adams and Rodgers are going together to one place.
If they want to go together, they have to go to the Niners then, because that's where Aaron Rodgers is going to go. He wants to go west. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. All of his family is in Stanford, which is here in California. He's going to want to play for the Niners.
Stanford's in Connecticut. Home of the WWE universe.
So is here in California up north.
Oh, you said Stanford, not Stamford.
Stanford. Yes, that's it. Yeah.
I could understand you with your mask on.
Well, he was a Cal State Bear, so
What?
he is he'll be a Niner.
We'll see. No, they never pursued him. I really think their best bet is if they release Jimmy G to get a hold of him just for the time being, 1-year contract or even 2-year. Let somebody underneath him as a rookie at least watch and see how fast the game is compared to college. But the Steelers are gonna be in a rebuild offensive mode. Juju's done for the year, but I wasn't a fan of Juju Smith-Schuster. I was as a secondary receiver when Antonio Brown was there. But, wide receivers and running backs become a dime a dozen unless you can find that elite dude out there. Everybody thought Bell was actually elite. He really wasn't elite because look at him afterwards. He was elite because of that offensive line, because of Heath Miller, because of Antonio Brown and other weapons around him. That's what made him more of what perceived to be elite. They all helped each other out. None of them, well, Antonio Brown really actually is a pretty good receiver. I will say that. But together, when you put them in a mix, they became a very good together. It's almost like in hockey where people were talking about the HBK line, where you're talking about Bonino, Kessel, and Hagelin. You put those three out by themselves, they were nothing. You put three together, they were unstoppable. And it's just the way it is.
You guys could go after Jameis Winston.
No.
They gave Taysom Hill a big contract to sit on their bench to play gimmick plays. They gave him a lot of money. Jameis Winston, I think, is only a 1-year deal.
I could see the Packers doing that franchise and tag in Adams, too. I could really see that. That's a good point.
Well,
yeah, we'll just take Fitzpatrick. What the heck?
Jimmy G on the chopping block. Winston will be a free agent. How many years did they sign Bridgewater? Because you still got Drew Lock there.
I think we still see a small sample of Najee Harris to really say anything on him. He's improving. I'll give him that. But I don't know. I'll have to see more of him. Oh, yeah, I saw that, Troy. Well, who was that came out there? It was another freaking bum quarterback, too. They tried saying Mike Tomlin was going to come coach a college team. Who was in Rodgers' draft class? Who was in Rodgers' draft class? Who was that other dude?
Alex Smith.
I think that's who it was, too. I bet you it was Alex Smith. I'll watch when he types. I think it was Alex Smith is the one that was on some Sports Center thing saying, yeah, Mike Tomlin's going to leave the Steelers after this year and not having Big Ben and go coach college football.
Well, the year Aaron Rodgers.
Now, my opinion is Mike Tomlin really probably needs to go coach college football for a while. But the Steelers aren't. He won't leave. He has a secure spot for at least a few more years.
Oh, I would love to have Mike Tomlin as my coach. I would love that.
Just give me a 6th-round draft pick. We'll call it even.
Better than what we got now. Urban Meyer can't do shit.
Take him. I was really hoping Pittsburgh would have gotten Tony Dungy and made him a strong offer because he has roots in Pittsburgh. Tony Dungy would have done a very, very good job, especially with helping Roethlisberger and keeping control of that team. Because where Tomlin lacked in locker room discipline, Dungy would have been there. They're lacking that discipline of the Cowher era. That's what hurt them.
You can try and get Bill Cowher back.
Cowher won't come back. He already sold his house out there and everything. He's done. Once his kids were done, his daughters, my buddy tried to recruit his daughter. He knew how big of a Steeler fan I was. He was North Hills recruiter. He called me and goes, dude, I'm going to Bill Cowher's house. I'm like, for what? He goes, I'm going to go cold knock. And I'm like, the hell you are. We got done doing Friday morning company PT. And I looked at my station commander. I'm like, I'm going with him. I want to go see if he's going to knock on Bill Cowher's door or not. And there was no way in the middle of summer this dude's going to go cold knock Bill Cowher's door.
Did he?
He rang the buzzer. We were invited in. He was a good recruiter. He's like, I got to hear from her lips. I got to make sure it's her too and not some other girl in the house. He let us in for a few. I mean, I went to Mario Mew's house to pick a signed hockey stick up, and he gave us a whole van full of beer. He had a whole room full of it.
Can't beat that.
I thought it was a joke. I honestly thought we were getting arrested that day. I really did. I thought it was somebody was pulling a freaking rib on me, and we were going to jail. I mean, pushed a code in the little gate thing. We drove up this driveway. I'm like, oh, okay, this ain't fun no more. I'm like, let's stop here. Let's turn around. Turn around. He goes, no, we're good. No, we're not. Let's turn around. Let's turn around right now. I don't want to go to jail.
Tell them Lamar Lemieux.
Wait a minute. Where'd my dog go? I heard a cat running upstairs. Yeah, but no, discipline is the biggest issue with the Steelers, or it was. I don't know how it is now in the locker room.
I think it's toned down now. You really ain't got no hotheads there.
Well, we got rid of the druggies. Blunt infected Bell. Antonio Brown just wanted to diva out. That's the thing, is they get these big heads and then they get gone. The only one I can say actually did well afterwards was Brown. Now I want to see if the game's over or not. Almost. 1 out away. Hey,
Come on, Atlanta.
what are you doing upstairs? Stop chasing cats.
Come on, Atlanta.
I think everybody's watching the game now close out.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at the orders that just came back. Oof.
What? What the values are?
Yeah.
I did mine quick. Didn't take me long.
Yeah, I was.
A couple will go DC Sports, the rest will go on my cheap display.
Well, the Kylan and the Zion paid for my submission.
Yeah, but I also think Tom Brady's a big part of Antonio Brown settling down. He did the same thing with Randy Moss, if you watched too, during the years. That's the thing is, wide receivers want to play with Tom Brady. There's not a lot of people who can say, I want to go play with this quarterback out there through time. Tom Brady, I don't know how many freaking people he's throwing a touchdown to. Was it probably about 50?
More than that.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I have no idea.
Oh, he's more than 50. You got to think on the team this year. Antonio Brown, Gronk, Evans, Godwin, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate, Leonard Fournette, Giovanni Bernard. Oh, that's 7 right there. Randy Moss, Deion Branch, Julian.
Oh, here it
Edelman.
is right here. 70 different players. Not counting pick sixes. That's funny.
Atlanta won 2-0. Hell yeah, good.
Yeah, I think Brady has a lot to do with the way the teams run. And I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
that was the thing was everybody kept saying it was a Belichick thing, and then we've seen really what happened. It was not a Belichick thing because people were progressing because when Brady went out, you had Jimmy G go in, and there was somebody else too. Both those dudes get traded away. They pretty much dang it, fizzled out. She took my cell phone, and Brady went to another team, and he's done very well, even though he does have weapons there. Better weapons he had the Patriots for a while. I
everybody
mean,
thought
some
it
of
was.
them. What's that? Whoa.
Everyone thought it was Belichick and McDaniels making Brady good. I was like, no, it wasn't.
Bad pug. Oh, yeah, he's had everybody up there. How about Stokely?
Well, Troy Brown, Deion Branch, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, Aaron Hernandez, Randy
Well, no, I'm
Moss.
talking about his comment down there.
Oh, Deion Branch and Troy Brown. Well, Troy Brown was a small little guy too. Troy Brown was James White. He's a small little guy.
You see everybody starting to get their Arizona's back and selling them on my slabs. $45 a pop today.
I told you he's gonna win that. Doesn't matter.
It's not even that. Just everybody just dumping stuff. Here's a new one: Zion Prism PSA 10. What do you think the price range is on them?
Base Prism.
Yep, base Prism.
PSA 10. I'm gonna say the base Prism. There's a shit ton of them out there. 250.
3.25.
That's more than
They're
I'd pay.
still going to drop more yet.
That's more than I'd pay. There's tons of them out there.
I remember when they were almost $1,000 a pop. They were like 8 something a pop. I was selling on my slabs, and I kept 2, and I sold one at $550, and the other one I sold at $450. And I was like, hey, I'm done with these things. Same with the optics I had when those things were shooting over 500. I'm like, you're gone, homies.
Yeah, I figured 250. That mean I wouldn't pay 325 for one. There's what, over 10,000 PSA 10s?
Over 20.
There's 20,000. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I always like flipping through the solds a couple pages and looking and see what people are buying. Like John Morant, Cole Anthony, because he had a great game today. So everybody's going on him. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's the what have you done for me lately?
People buying redemptions. Yeah, just like looking over a lot of the stuff. Oh, there's no Ovechkin sold. Man, the upper deck PSA 10 for $4,800. I can't believe that. I bought both of mine. Oh gosh, I don't even know if that was 3-4 years ago, and they were like $150, 200, something like that. They were cheap.
Everyone's buying Tyler Heroes. Wow, that Jeter sold for $8,000. Wow.
He usually gets a couple big sales a day on there.
$8,000 for a PSA 9 SP. That's a big haul. Everyone's buying Morant's. Burrows.
I missed the BBG 5 Ryan. I didn't know that was posted today. It sold for $875. Oh, John, those are hard to move. No, Zion did hit over 20,000 last month, Troy. And I've been watching that thing decline the whole way down. Same with Luca, because I pushed all my Lucas. I have the Tiger Stripe still, Luca rookie, 2 contenders rookie autos, the select, I think it's in flight or something like that, Luca. It's green, I know that. And I kept 2 PSA 10 silvers and 1 Becca Quad 9.5. But that time frame I had, it was something like 25 silvers. They were graded.
Do you see that? That Brady Prism base went for 200 PSA 10. Wow.
But it's hard to find people to buy. People will buy Zion. The catch is the people selling Zion want too much for it still. I mean, but 3 1/4, I mean, they're selling them on my slabs. I mean, I bet you put them up there like three. If you're not in them for a lot, put them up at like $300 a pop. They'll go quick. That's what I was doing. Is he was steadily going down. I'd drop it like $50 to what it was selling for on eBay, and people thought they got steals. And I'm like, maybe you did, but I don't see it. The Ares Arena topped, or it was the Bowman Chromes on there. We're selling at 45 a pop.
The Herbert Pink Mosaic 10, $300.
Auto?
Nah, base. I'm sure we'll see a lot of those going up soon.
The Mosaic bait? Oh no, I sold those. Those were like, I think those were like 500-600 when I sold them, because the true Mosaics were just under $1,000 when I had my 2 come back.
Yeah,
and I remember razzed them at 900 a pop.
The pink camo went for 300.
That's the thing is, if you pay attention to pop counts and how much stuff's being produced, if you could get your stuff in there while the pop's still low, you're going to make money. If you don't, it's gone. That's why a lot of my stuff's either autoed or numbered that I got to go to PSA. I mean, I do have stuff for value if it comes back cheap, but otherwise, it'll go in like a $2 box.
Kobe PSA 9 tops rookie, 340. Those were going for insane.
Huh, you only sold 2 cards in 3 months. I think I had like, since they've opened, I probably pushed, I don't know, 120, 130 items on there. But I never really have like a stacked account. Normally I'll keep anywhere from 6 to like 20 cards on there. They will drop the bases, Troy. A lot of them are. The numbered stuff, you're going to be safe bet on. I mean, even if they drop, it's not going to drop significantly like a lot of these other ones will. Because people are going to chase the true RPAs. If you look at like things like Flawless NT and iMac, you have so many things called rookie material patches, rookie signatures, and all that. There is only one true RPA. If you can get your hands on those, you're good. Now, Flawless is a little tricky because they have the rookie patch auto and rookie dual patch auto. The dual patch is what everybody was catching their eyes on. It's calling it the true rookie that everybody wants. So, I mean, I don't know. But as they started adding all these other rookie card logos to everything, people are like, oh, I got a rookie of so-and-so. But there's really, when you look at a collector-wise or a buyer-wise, it's only one true rookie that they're going to go after in that case. Especially when you're talking iMac, NT, and Flawless. John, I stopped with doing my own eBay anymore. I can't.
Hey,
There's just
your
way too
Herbert
much crap going on with eBay.
your Herbert score sold for 75 yesterday.
No, it didn't. That wasn't mine. Mine's on
I
for
know.
60.
Yours is the same thing. PSA 10. There's one on here.
Yeah, I know. One sold for 75. Mine's listed 60. It's been listed. That's why I couldn't understand how that sold for 75 and mine's still up. My stuff goes in waves too, John. There'll be times like for 2 or 3 weeks, nothing will sell. Then all of a sudden it'll hit like 3 or 4 days. I'll sell like 4 or 5 slabs.
Now all my stuff at DC will end tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6. And it's looking a little shady.
His stuff doesn't start getting bids till about an hour out. I think that 66 card one I had was sitting at like $400, and at the end it was almost $1,000.
Well, my highest one's at $51.
No, for $60, Troy. I got one on there for 15,000.
Troy.
No, I got one on there for 15,000. No joke on that. But no, $60.
Well, John, that's why they have the whole you can search. So if you're looking for a certain card or a certain player, you can search for it. I mean, it gets lost in the shuffle because it keeps going down as time goes on. But if you're looking for something specific, you can search for it.
I go into my searches on it, and this is what I'll do. Like if I was looking for a Herbert score rookie, I'll put his PSA, Herbert score, and then I'll go from lowest up and I'll start searching that way on it. And that's how I find them all the time because people's stuff gets buried. They don't update pricing, and I'll be like, whoa, this has gone up, and I'll just buy away. But I do agree they do need to make it a little more friendly. And I think eventually he's going that route. I know he has a lot of upgrades going into it. But from what it started out as to now, there's been a lot of improvement. And I think he just reached something like 30,000. What do you call it? 30,000. I don't want to say members on that site.
Or 30,000 users.
But the funny part is, what I've noticed people doing, if they like your prices and they buy from you, they'll go on there and they'll favorite or whatever they call it on there, one of your other cards. So that way they check it out because I got guys it's the same name and pop up all the time. And then I'll see like, some crazy place like Boca Raton, Florida. I'm like, this has to be that same dude. And I take the chance on it a lot of times. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll cut him a deal on this. And when after it's done, I see the name pop up. I'm like, yeah, it was him. But that's a couple guys have told me what they'll do is they like people's pricing. They'll buy a couple cards and they'll favorite it and they'll just check it every couple weeks. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. There's been a lot of people have been enjoying their putting the stuff at eBay or over eBay, and then they'll go on their Facebook saying, well, I just got offered $1,500 for this. I'll sell it on here today for $1,500. Guys just laugh at them like, why would I do that? So you can make more money? No.
Yeah, I was going through slabs. I got stuff I need to put up on there.
Well, I can tell you off this next order, I got like 1 or 2 cards that'll go up on there. That's about it. But I do want to get an express order out. It'll probably be after Veterans Day.
Okay, well, I'll make sure I move those lamellas over there. I'll get those there in time so you can check them out.
Because my idea is that pending my mom's boyfriend dying early, I'll pick her up, bring her back on Veterans Day. I got a show that Saturday. And then Sunday, I was going to look over a few cards to mail, and I was going to push that out Monday because I'm going to take that Monday off from work.
Express is $150, right?
Currently, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
might-
got at least 3 cards I want to send in there. Just because I got a lot into it. I mean, now if that orange Mountcastle comes back, it'll be one more, but I'm gonna put that Palmaras or whatever his name is, gold in there. There's 2 other ones in there I looked at too recently. I'm trying to think what it was. That's the first one hits me off the top of my head. Can't remember what the other ones were. I don't know. It wasn't Chisholm. I don't think I want to put the Jeters in at 150.
I don't think I have very many stuff at the 150 mark. I just got those 2 Lamellos. I don't think there's anything else here that I go 150. No.
Oh, I know why else I want to hold up in case I pull something big out of tribute because I'll be opening my own stuff up. I don't have to worry about damage on it.
Yeah.
Because if I pull like a Griffey auto or something out of tribute, I'll definitely grade it. There's something else over there, and I just can't think what it is. There's something else I looked up, and I was like, holy crap, this thing's over $500 raw. Grail card. What I currently own, probably my Clemente rookie, or probably my Babe Ruth, one of the two. But if it's something I don't own,
My Grail. Probably my Hank Aaron rookie auto.
if I had to pick a Grail card for me that I don't own, it's going to be between 2. Either a Sidney Crosby, the Cup rookie, or it would be the Nolan Ryan from a 91 Upper Deck auto, but a PSA 10. Those would probably be the 2 that I'm mostly looking for. Now, would I ever feel to afford a Crosby probably no, would I do it? But I mean, I do have some wax of that stuff, but nothing crazy with the Nolan Ryan one. I mean, it still would be expensive, but that's about it.
I still want a Jordan rookie.
See, to me, that's not a Grail card unless you're going to get a PSA 10. Then you've got a Grail card. I mean, it's not like you saying you're going out and buying a PSA 3 Mickey Mantle rookie. See, I lucked out the Clemente rookie. I linked somebody with a big deal, and they hooked me up and graded one for me. And high grade, too. I was kind of surprised he gave it to me, but actually, both of my that I currently have grills were given to me because the Babe Ruths that I have were given to me from a lady I used to cut her grass. Husband passed away, and her kids wouldn't help her out, and heck, I used to go get groceries for her and all kind of stuff, and she gave me a cigar box full of baseball cards. Never forget that. Just, I think I know somewhere between 40 or 50 cards in there, but when I flipped through like the first couple, I was like, oh my gosh, that's Babe Ruth. I tried giving them back to her. She wouldn't take them. And I'll never forget, they were in envelopes in the cigar box.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. mean, they had a little bit of edge damage and corner damage, but nothing crazy. And I think I spent $50 to grade those at a show through PSA back in, had to be 2001. And then I had them reholdered in, got here in year 13 or 14. I think 14 I had them reholdered.
Girl card for me might be the Brady Contenders rookie auto in the 10.
Sad part was I had his SP auto rookies too. I was so mad now that I sold those. Now I made good money, don't get me wrong, but what they're worth now. And I bought my first one for $350. The max I spent was $600, and that was in 2009. I want to say I bought those. Maybe 8. Not necessarily. I wouldn't call it. Well, yeah, because the goatee. But see, the thing is, with the 33 goatee, there was different variation or different numbered of the cards. So depending on who you talk to and how they perceive it, I guess some people call that the rookie card. Because the one I have is red. It says the big league at the bottom with the bat. And the other one has the full picture of him batting. I don't have the one where he's like, I think he's like leaning on like a, I don't know, leaning or something like that there. But those were given to me. I'll never forget, we went to that show, and back then they were called expos. And I think PSA was doing grading like that. It might have been for like 2 years at that time frame, maybe 3. And I just wanted to really get them encapsulated. I really didn't care about the grade piece of the time frame. And I had them do those. I had 2 Nolan Ryan rookies at the time frame. I had a Clemente third year they did. The heck was the other card? Oh, Tom Seaver rookie. Yeah, it all depends, Troy, with it on it. Oh, you do, DJ? Yeah, I had those were out of, I want to say they're out either 99 or 199, the SP Authentics. And I belong to this site called Hobby Insider Net. And I picked up one of the very first shields of Peyton Manning. It came out, the NFL shield on. I think I paid like $200 for it.
You're right back, guys.
Sold it. Oh, probably about 5-6 years later when people started getting more into the shields and stuff. And I got like $800 for it. I was happy. Like it was a huge profit for me. But I picked up 2 of them on there, and I picked up one at a show in Atlanta. So I want to say that show in Atlanta might have been 2008 that I bought it at. Then I graded them, and I had 8 and 2 9s onto them. And then I sold the PSA 8 in 2013. I sold one of the 9s in 16 and one in 17. I should have held them. Oh, wow, 9.5. That's good.
Wow. Wow. That's a good little retirement investment right there.
And that's the only reason why, like, I have my Crosby stuff that was graded back then too from PSA. I started grading a little bit here and there. I was more of a set builder back then. And then when I moved out here to Kentucky in 13, when they reholdered for me, I started doing submissions then again. And I was luckily, it was still cheap then. I was just grading all my PC stuff. Now, my Jordan autos varied between Beckett and PSA because I was told a time frame thicker cards, BGS, and stuff like that. Even a lot of my thin cards now I think about are Beckett. I think out of PSA on my Jordan autos, without pulling up my spreadsheet, I want to say it's only like 5 or 6 are PSA. The rest are all Beckett. And they're either 9s or 9. No, I have 185. I take it back. I have 185 up there.
You bought it for $150? Jesus.
They were cheap back then. I'm telling
We need that time machine.
I mean, it was amazing what some of them prices were. Almost all my Crosby autos, I was buying at $100 a pop. I think a couple of them I may have paid $150, $200 for at the most. Now, graded one of Crosby, you can't even find one for that kind of money unless it's a bad grade. Wow. I remember going to this place. It was called Tobacco Village. Now, it was like a big cigar store, but they also did sports cards in there. And I could still remember the Jordan rookie year boxes on his shelf. Because every Friday my mom would get her nails done and I would pick up like 4 packs out of the box. And I remember him having to go get a new box out and he just had stacks of it back there. I mean, the stuff was plentiful, just it didn't move back in the day, basketball. Football would semi-move where I was at. Baseball quickly would sell. Hockey too, but just because there was no basketball team in Pittsburgh.
Had I known what I know now, I would have bought every damn box of 93 SP that I could.
My uncle did that. He was telling me to buy it back then. I seen him at a card show and he picked up, I forget what it was, like 10 boxes of this stuff through various dealers. He goes, you should buy one of these. And I'm like, spend that kind of money on a box of cards. I don't know if he still has them or not because I don't talk to that side of the family anymore. But if he still has that stuff sitting there, he's bank. He was buying SP baseball. He bought, what the heck was that other big product that came out?
It all depends on where he has it stored because those can brick up.
It's in his house. Yeah, I'll tell you, some of them Braves are expensive now.
93, probably Flair. That was another one that came out, the Flair.
I don't remember offhand. I know he was buying cases of Fleer Ultra basketball, but if he still has those with the Scoring Kings Jordan in there, that's some bank. That there in the original PMGs, because I remember the last time I seen his collection would have been in, I don't know if that was like 2005, 6, maybe somewhere around there. And the boxes and stuff that he had was stupid. Ow, what?
The first year Stadium Blood Bean teams, we had a case of those with the first beam teams with the Shaq and Jordans. Oh God. Well,
see, I could tell you now, it had to be like 5 or 6 because at the time frame he was actually buying like a lot of LeBron rookie card boxes and stuff, right? And see, I started doing it and I didn't open it all. I'd buy like 4 boxes and then I'd open 1 or 2. and I put the rest aside. That's why I have all that Matrix and stuff like that still from that year. But he was buying crazy amounts of this stuff, crazy. And I'm like, I can't believe his wife allows him to do this. That was my first thought. If he still owns it till today, that dude is probably sitting on millions of dollars of stuff. Because so they built this. So they got the land part of their wedding gift. It was like her family owned all this land, and like in the woods, there's like bear up there and all this stuff. So when he built his house, the basement wasn't finished at first. I think it was finished somewhere around like 2000-ish, maybe, or maybe even later. I can't remember. So in the basement, part of it was like his wife's little beauty shop thing she ran out of there. And then you had like this living area. Then through there was this door that opened up to like his man cave in there. And man, the stuff on his shelves, I mean, it was just unopened wax and mostly. I mean, there was some cards that he had. I remember the old snap cases. He had them in snap cases. And Joey, you were frozen. Oh, look, there you are. You're back.
Yeah, froze up for a minute.
But yeah, he had cards in the old snap cases.
Oh, the old snaps? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Snap cases, top loaders. He even has some stuff in screw downs, I remember. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Been on for a little over 2 hours. Appreciate it, as always. 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Don't forget, I'll be live for the giveaway. I'm shutting it down at noon. And then it'll give you a good time to go back through. I still got to get the whole list put together. I think I got like the first 50 people in it right now. But that way I make sure everything's accurate. So if you can make it, come on. I'll probably come on like 10 minutes early just because XSplit updated. And I want to make sure it broadcasts right. And then we'll run a couple minutes after 3. And then I'll close it down for the night. Other than that, then next Friday, I'll come live again with Joey if he's free for overtime. I'll open up that tribute on camera. Or tribute. Jeez, oh, man. Triple threads on camera. Pretty much about it, though.
Next Friday.
Yeah, Snap-Its or whatever they were called back in the day. Sure, I can't remember. I just heard they snapped together.
Yeah, I'm going to have to just brainstorm the next week of what I'm changing my name to.
Huh. Good luck on that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. Take care. Have a good weekend. If I see you tomorrow, like I said, if not, just have a safe weekend, safe trick-or-treating. Don't poison the children. Other than that, we are out.